But I have to say I kind of like it here, you guys. You guys are awesome. When Garrett asked me to share my testimony tonight, I was like, well, I don't know what I'm going to say. Isn't that what I said? What am I going to talk about? Because, I grew up in a Christian home, and I gave my life to Christ when I was 8, and then again when I was 13. And then I finally, my junior year of high school, decided, this God thing is real. And I'm going to choose to truly follow God with my whole heart and walk His way rather than my stubborn and stupid way that I had been walking through life. So that's a little bit of the background. It's really boring, but remember that even if you don't have some radical conversion story, God's still going to use you.
Amen.
Amen. And I wanted to tell you guys just a little bit about where God is having me now. Obviously, I'm away from home for the summer, and I'm doing some incredible things that I didn't think I would be doing. And so on the way here, I thought I had everything cleaned up that I was going to say, and I didn't. So on the way here, I was listening to Lecrae. Does anybody know Lecrae? Yeah. And the song Rebel came on, if I think that's the right name. Yep. And, it talks about how everybody's doing the same thing. We're smoking, we're drinking, we're cussing, we're having sex out of marriage. We are cutting to get attention. We are dressing in a provocative way that we know will tempt young men to want to take advantage of us, girls. Young men, we're looking at pornography to try to get attention and to have people say, he's a rebel. Well, God's really been dealing with my heart in that area in the past 2 days, saying, Taylor, why don't you let me undo you and undo everything that you thought you were and that you thought you were going to be in life, and let me rebuild you. Let me rebuild your heart. Let me rebuild your plans and your mind, and let me make you a rebel for me. Because everybody's doing the same things today, guys. We're all doing the same thing over and over, trying to get attention. But if you really want to get attention, walk with God. Because nobody's doing that. Yeah. Especially in our generation, we think it's not cool. So you think not reading the Bible is going to get you attention? Well, let me tell you, reading your Bible and spending time with God, who is everything or should be everything in your life, is going to get you attention that you've never had before. People are going to walk up to you and say, something's different about you, and I want to know what it is. In the workplace, people are going to say, you're a really good worker. Here's a raise. Or you're a really good worker. How do you not get angry when your boss yells at you? And your friends are going to say, why aren't you sleeping around? And why aren't you listening to this kind of music? And what are you doing that makes you so joyful inside, even when you go through hardship? And what the whole point of what I'm trying to say here is that if you really, truly desire to be in God's presence, you're going to get all of that and more. You're going to get people, paying attention to you, and you're going to get to share it with others as well. And you're going to have God to rely on. I mean, who can say that they have the creator of the universe to rely on? Not many in our culture. And it's our job to show people that they can rely on God every day, every second. So I just wanted to, I'm not saying this because I have this down. I'm telling you guys, yesterday, I was writing this in my journal. Yesterday, right? This morning, I was thinking about this in the shower. So I'm not saying I have this down. It's a lifelong pursuit, but I wanted to just share that with you all and hope that it impacts you in, the same way that it did for me. So and there's so much more I could say, but I'm going to turn it back over to Garrett, and if anybody, or maybe Ben, I don't know, but if anybody, wants to talk to me, I'm definitely going to be here afterwards, and I'd love to talk to you all, and thanks for listening.